Today we're going to learn about amazing facts from the A to Z of animals. We're going to discover some fascinating facts about all the different animals that you have seen in this book and the previous video, and a few that you might not have spotted. First, we're going to talk about the leafcutter ant. As the line of large worker ants transport leaf pieces, their chief runs up and down the line keeping order, while tiny workers ride on top of the pieces to keep flies away. With spiny legs and strong backs, leafcutter ants play an important role in the ant colony. The leaf pieces are combined with ant manure, making a compost that feeds the fungus that the ants live on and nourishes the wider rainforest. A is also for anteater. Who has a long, sticky tongue covered with hundreds of sharp spines? The anteater, no less. These toothless mammals walk on their knuckles, but use their razor-sharp claws and their long, tube-like mouths to open the nest of termites and lick up wandering insects. A giant anteater can stick out its 23-inch tongue twice every second, consuming tens of thousands of ants a day. At night, the anteater will stay warm by covering itself with its long, bushy tail. B is for butterfly, Australian birdwing butterfly. As he fans his wings wide and lifts his antennae high, the male birdwing has every reason to feel proud. Not only is he the largest butterfly species in Australia, but his shimmering green wings splashed with black and bright yellow are the sign of a clean environment. Unlike other species of butterflies that can survive anywhere, the Australian birdwing is a rare, precious species that cannot live without a clean home and food that's free from pollution. C is for crocodile, saltwater crocodile. This crocodile has a mouthful of something. Razor-sharp teeth, that's what. Most saltwater crocodiles have 66 incisors, and when one is lost, a new tooth grows to replace it. The crocodiles move stealthily, partly submerged in water. They can stay there for up to 1 hour without breathing, making them very hard to spot. Look out for a pair of floating eyeballs. Their ears, eyes, and nostrils are located near the top of their head. D is for dolphin. Bottlenose dolphin. Leaping high, twisting and turning, bottlenose dolphins love being airborne. Their 6-foot-high jumps help them look for fish and signal to their friends. Most importantly, they jump to have fun. Bottlenose dolphins are also thought to be very intelligent members of the same dolphin pod, talk to each other using a variety of whistles to say different things. In some fishing villages, bottlenose dolphins cooperate with the local fishermen, driving fish into their nets and eating any that are left over. D is for dogfish. It may not be the most menacing of sharks, but the spiny dogfish can take good care of itself. These sharks have 2 spines, which they use to defend themselves in the murky ocean waters. If captured, the dogfish can arch its back to pierce captors with a protruding fin. The glands at the base of its spines also secrete a mild poison. E is for elephant. Like enormous breezy fans swaying to and fro, the elephant's ears keep the animal cool beneath the burning sun. Elephants are majestic creatures, and their long, graceful trunks are unique. They use their trunks like a 5th limb to pluck grass, pull branches, and lift logs. These handy limbs are also used for drinking and squirting when water is near. An egret. The egret is possibly the most handsome bird in the heron family. During the breeding season, it develops fine, milky white plumes that fall elegantly down its back. In the late 19th century, the species was endangered by fierce hunting, as hatmakers around the world used these plumes for decoration. Normally a nighttime hunter, the hardworking egret will hunt day and night when it has chicks to feed. Flamingos. F is for flamingo. It's hard enough trying to stand on one leg. Imagine trying to sleep on one. This is just one of the flamingo's amazing abilities. Their long legs also help them to wade through thick grasses. The flamingos beak curls downward, allowing it to filter tiny plants and crustaceans from the water. The foods they eat give the bird their beautiful pink color. They contain carotenoids, the same pigment that makes carrots orange. Flamingo. G is for giraffe. If any animal knows what it's like to have its head stuck in the clouds, it's the giraffe. With a long, elegant neck and strong, spindly legs, the giraffe is the tallest living animal on Earth. Its height helps the giraffe to eat leaves and fruit from the tall trees that other creatures cannot reach. Assisted by its 18-inch long, bluish-black tongue, despite their height, giraffes are swift runners and can reach speeds of 21 miles an hour when danger threatens. H is for hummingbird. The bee hummingbird. With its bright, brilliant flowers, the bee hummingbird looks like a tiny flying jewel. This magnificent creature is the smallest bird in the world, about the size of a bumblebee. Bee hummingbirds beat their wings up to 80 times a second and hover like little helicopters above plants, sucking up nectar with their straw-like tongues. H is also for hair streak butterfly. This stunning butterfly gets its name from the unusual hair-like tail it has on each wing. Eye-catching and delicate, the hair streak, like the hummingbird, prefers to feed on sweet tree sap and nectar. I is for iguana. Peer into the thick green jungle, and if you're lucky, you'll spot a prehistoric-looking beast, the iguana. When the male of this reptilian species needs to protect its own space in the jungle, he will drop down his dewlap, a dangling pierce of skin, to frighten onlookers. He will also use his tail as a whip against attackers. I is also for Io moth. You could say that the Io moth has eyes in the back of its head. To help scare away any predators, the Io moth reveals 2 large eye spots on the back of its wings. At a distance, the spot looks like the eyes of a much larger animal. J is for jellyfish. These animals may look like harmless slime-covered bags of water, but they are deadly. Red, blue, green, or purple in color, these amazing creatures have powerful weapons. Long, fragile, feathery arms, these tentacles contain millions of stinging cells that can paralyze anything they touch. J is also for jewel urchin. In the deepest, darkest part of the ocean lives an amazing living gem. This treasure is a jewel urchin which lives some 65 feet beneath the sea. Covered with tiny sharp spines, the urchin glows luminously in shades of green and silver. During the day, it hides beneath rocks and seaweeds, coming out to feed at night. K is for koala. Koalas may seem like the most huggable creatures on Earth, but watch out, they can be grisly and nasty. They aren't bears, as many people believe, but are more closely related to the kangaroo and wombat family of mammals, carrying their young in a pouch, as the kangaroo does. Chewing on eucalyptus leaves in the shade of a gum tree, the koala will sleep for around 19 hours a day. Its thick fur keeping it warm at night and cool on hot days. K is for kangaroo. Hippity hoppity hop, the roos hop nonstop. The kangaroo, or roo to locals, is a native Australian animal that can leap up to 30 feet in one big jump. These hopping, leaping mammals have long ears that swivel and pick up sounds from any direction. Babies will spend the first 15 months of their lives in their mother's pouch, with a front row seat in a very bouncy adventure. L is for leopard. Awake and hungry, the stealthy leopard will go out to hunt at night. Their night vision is 6 times better than a human's, and when stalking its prey, it will move silently in big padded paws, softening its steps. Leopards are solitary animals, living on their own and hunting as individuals. During the day, the leopard will rest in the trees where the pattern on its coat keeps it hidden. Blue and yellow macaw. Exclaims the macaw, greeting his family scattered around the rainforest. These birds are a large species of parrot, their yellows and blues filling the trees with color. Like all creatures on Earth, each macaw is different. The pattern of its facial features is as unique as a human fingerprint. You might also see the scarlet macaw or the military macaw, which is a striking green color. M is also for spider monkey.